Your comments make the show better. Send us your thoughts live on our Facebook channel to be the star of today's show. Can't catch us live? Hit us up on our other social media channels to have your say. For now, welcome to the Rod Pedersen Show.
Hey, good morning, Canada. Canadian sports fans around the world, welcome to the Rod Pedersen Show for Monday, September the 30th. We are coming to you from the bunker in a snowy field here in Western Canada. Ho. Too early for that?
No.
Feels like Christmas, doesn't it? Starting to feel a lot like Christmas. Oh, I'm Rod Pedersen. He's Darren DuPont. I'm Batman. He's the Joker.
I was going to... You did Batman and Robin, I think.
That's right.
Earlier.
This is different.
The Joker, okay.
The Joker debuting in theaters on Friday night, October the 4th. Can't wait. Welcome to your morning coffee, everybody. Oh, we got a new sponsor. Way to go, Tyler. Caliber Coffee, right? Coming in here today. I love it. Kind of works well. Coffee break.
Oh, yeah.
Sports show. Coffee sponsor. Show number 84. We're going to be going through number 84s. There are many, and several will be talked about today. Two of them, Jordan Williams-Lambert and Manny Arsenault.
Yeah.
Two of them will be talked about extensively here on the program today. We're going to get to our hockey, of course. My page here is littered with comments that I want to make throughout the program today. On the show, Mike Abu-Meshrik, who's sprawled out on the sponsors couch over there, got in from Toronto at 2:30 a.m. today. He's primed for a nap. So pump him full of coffee over there, would you? Caliber Coffee. Well, as it is, Perk and Tabs Coffee, we're pumping him full of right now. The other coffee show sponsor. Mike Abu-Meshrik, David Naylor from TSN. Apparently he's got some news on Halifax, on the Schooners. He wants to talk about the Cody Fajardo contract extension talks. So that'll be good. Barron Simpson, the Minister of Defense, will be joining us from Dallas, Texas. And Troy Westwood, Bomber great Troy Westwood, to talk about the Bombers. And let me get out of the way first. Friday Night Football, Bombers losing at home 33-13. Last week, Mike O'Shea, their head coach, said, we're good. They don't need a quarterback for the stretch run. And then they go out and... Friday Night Football with Strevler the Leveler. So it has brought about today's Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center poll question of who would you rather have as a quarterback at the trade deadline? Who would you prefer to acquire? And if I can remember off the top of my head who I put on that poll, John Jennings, James Franklin, Antonio Pipkin, or Zach Caleros. The boys in the back here just posted it to the web, so we don't have stats there yet from the web and Facebook side of things, but from the Twitter poll, it was like virtually almost even. It's a dog's breakfast, I'm going to say, of guys. But there are a lot of guys available because there are a lot of teams out of it already. Toronto, Ottawa, for instance, and not that Montreal's out of it, but they got too many quarterbacks. Maybe they can move Pipkin. He was a little upset with the way the game ended in Vancouver the other night, and he would not speak to the media. Afterwards, Herb Zurkowski had his shorts in a knot over the fact that Pipkin wouldn't talk. Guess what? If I was an athlete, I wouldn't do any interviews. I would do it all on Twitter or my own YouTube channel. I wouldn't talk to any reporters at all.
You can control the message.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Take that one, media. Leading right now, says Clark, Antonio Pipkin. And that's not to even say he's available. I'm just talking. Just blowing smoke.
Yep.
So vote on that over the next 23 hours, and Abu will join us here because I just think Winnipeg needs somebody. Edmonton clearly needs somebody. They haven't clinched yet, but they're probably going to be in the playoffs, and Trevor Harris is hurt. And I didn't put McLeod Bethel Thompson on there. Who else did I not? But Dominic Davis. Like there's like at least a half a dozen guys that you could potentially get. Like the Argos are saying, they got a garage sale going on in Toronto right now. Wouldn't you say?
Take who you want.
Yeah, here, have a look.
It says $1, but I'll take 50 cents.
It reminds me of the old days when the broadcaster was allowed back in the GM's offices of hockey teams and football teams, back when there were fax machines. And are you old enough to remember a fax coming in?
I do, yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. The fax would roll out of the machine. Available from our team for trade. Everybody. That did actually
Okay,
happen.
I've never seen that. But
Well, it's kind of what it is now. The Argos are having a garage sale, a rare Monday garage sale, because it sounds like everybody's available there for Toronto. Winnipeg Jets signed their guys. Liney when we were on the air Friday. Kyle Connor throughout the weekend. So there's something in Winnipeg to be happy about. I want to ask you briefly, the Huskies Dinos game the other night. U of S upset U of C. You were at on the sidelines for that. You and the dunker.
Yeah,
it was cold up there.
It was freezing.
Was it?
Oh, it was cold.
And you didn't have socks.
No, but I had new boots, so that's nice.
No, that helps.
Yeah, and
Idiot.
No, they're nice. They're soft on the inside, so I don't have to wear socks. But
okay.
It was a great game. It was physical, and the Huskies played well. They match up really well. They're so big along the line, and having Mason Nias back, I saw Perry after the game sit in the truck. He honks the horn at us, and
the bulky boss jock.
He has to call us over to talk about the game, and then Mason jumps in just as we're talking about him, right? Because he took a big hit. But no, he's great. They're good. Little concern in Calgary because Adam Sinagra, who set the single season passing yards record last year, he got hurt in the third quarter, didn't finish the game, and the Huskies rolled. It was fun.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear. I was through Saskatoon Saturday on my way to Delisle. That's a story and a half. I should have had you with me because the last time to Delisle, I didn't need my GPS. But to get through Saskatoon, it's windy, it's wavy. I punched in Delisle. It took me down south by the Berry Barn and through a sod farm and like all over Hell's Half Acre.
But a beautiful part of the country.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
But
still,
where the hell am I?
Yeah.
Thank God it wasn't snowing yet.
Yeah.
But I made it there, and I just want to say thanks to the Delisle Chiefs for having me for a book signing, their home opener against Carrot River. And listen, couple things on that. Sold some SJHL books, history books. Get out and support these junior hockey teams, these junior football teams, these university football teams. This is a junior B. Some call it Jungle B back in the day.
Yeah. And
they got fireworks, and they got killing the lights and the spotlights. And these teams are working their ass off to get you to come out to the park or the arena.
Yeah.
And charging $10, $20, go support them. It's great hockey. It's great football. Please, on behalf of those teams, because I've seen some numbers for the NHL game, the Heritage Class, hundreds of dollars to watch the Jets and the Flames in a game that, newsflash, you're not even going to be able to see the ice. Go to the junior hockey and the junior football in the university, please. And that reminds me, Friday night, I'm at the Pats game. PA Raiders come to town and hand deliver a bobblehead for the desk here for the bunker.
I saw this on social media.
Ozzy Weisblatt.
Yeah.
And it's green. Everybody's like, it's green. Is it going to show up? It's not showing up? I just heard from the other side of the wall. Nope.
Well, it shows
it's showing up.
Yeah. It just changes the green a little bit.
Yeah. It's not Raider green. It's more black green, says Clark.
And
Oakland Raider green. Newsflash, Oakland Raiders aren't green.
Do you still have that is it on Twitter? Do you have it on Twitter?
What?
The picture of it?
Yeah. This will work.
But what's cool about it is, here, I'm going to grab it for a second. But what's cool, because I'm on here, what's cool about it is you got him with the trophy, and he's standing on a milk crate. And I don't know if the milk crate story isn't big.
They told me the significance
to
of
people outside of Prince Albert, but it's standing room only in Prince Albert. That's how packed it was for the finals. And to stand in the back, they were 2, 3, 4 rows deep of standing room. They'd stand on milk crates so you could see over the guy in front of you. That's how they made their own risers, out of milk crates in Prince Albert. But I've heard as of this year, they've banned milk crates in the building.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so now you can't stand on the milk crate anymore.
It's a fire hazard.
So they're remembering the milk crate here. They're putting it in the bobblehead, which is super cool.
Well, and I also heard they might be getting a new arena in PA. I also heard that on the weekend.
Here's hoping.
Hey, big news. Good times up in PA, the gateway to the north. Kelly writing, good morning from snowy PA. Kelly Kalinowski writing. We got people checking in today from Cranbrook, BC, Brandon, Manitoba. And as I look at the Facebook wall here, people are really gravitating to the trade talk, eh? October 9th. That's a week away.
And yeah, it's funny. It came up on the name was thrown up on our Facebook comments today, and it's funny that nobody's mentioned the name Brandon Bridge in all of this.
I know.
And what a fall from grace that Brandon Bridge has had. Of that group, though, I don't really, not really that comfortable with anybody on that group, but I'd probably make him take Zach Collaros of the group if he's healthy.
You would?
Because if he's healthy, because he's the most veteran and he's the most capable of, he's got the lowest floor of the group. And I think that's what's important. I think if your starter goes down, you need somebody who can keep the car on the road and just keep things going, not lose the game for you. He's got the lowest floor of the group. Maybe not the highest ceiling, but he's got the lowest floor, and he's capable. He's the most capable in a pinch if he's healthy.
It's awful that, no, we didn't put Brandon Bridge up on the poll. Frankly, I never thought of him. And they could have him right now for nothing, Darren, and they're saying no thanks.
Yeah.
It is a fall from grace. You worded that very well. Brandon Bridge, not employed right now. You got 2 teams looking for quarterbacks, and they're not even rigging his phone. Twitter poll results, James Franklin leading on Twitter. And it just, what I read today, I think it was in the Winnipeg Sun by Ted Wyman, that the Argos were showcasing James Franklin on Saturday in that game against the Riders, which is always a dangerous thing. Because what did he show? The long bomb to Darrell Walker.
Yeah.
But other than that, not much. James Franklin leading the poll for available. Which quarterback would you take prior to the CFL trade deadline next week? James Franklin leading 36%. Antonio Pipkin is next at 31%. Zach Collaros 18%. John Jennings 15%. And these are all the guys that I could squeeze into the 4-option poll. There are more. And we'll talk about that with Mike Abou-Meshrik and more. We're coming to the end of our warm-up here. A couple of Week 4 NFL thoughts. Cowboys lost last night. Inexcusable. They're very upset in Dallas.
Yeah.
It should be.
Where's Amari Cooper?
Don't worry about that. I'm moving on. We're moving on.
Titans were
to
great.
Week 5.
Great. You know, and it's a funny thing. I was messaging with Derek Kulak, who's a big Titans fan too.
Former Pats captain.
And he's like, I don't get this team. How do we kick the crap out of the Browns one week and then lose to 2 divisional teams who were supposed to be on down years, the Colts and Jags, and then win again last week in real convincing fashion over Atlanta? I don't know.
Did you and Clark have a bet? The Falcons are Clark's team.
Yeah.
You didn't have a bet?
We didn't.
Where were you on that one?
We should have. And speaking of episode 84, Corey Davis had a big game. Finally, Mariota with 2 wideouts, A.J. Brown and Corey Davis, looking pretty good. So it's a funny team. Like I think of last year, they beat the Eagles, they beat the Patriots, but they lost to the Bills and didn't get into the playoffs. So
Monday Night Football tonight, Bengals at Steelers. And then I had written down Greg Mulhall, and I wouldn't have, but I think I have to.
Yeah.
Yorkton Terriers forward who was suspended 25 games for running Melville's goalie on opening night of the SJHL season. You thought you'd heard the end of him. You did not. I guess Saturday night looks like at a house party, somebody stuck a camera in his face, and I would assume everybody's seen it. Last I looked, 60,000 people had viewed the video. He bragged about running the goalie, several F-bombs. Some said clearly intoxicated in the video. I would suggest severely intoxicated in the video, but he's not getting a pass for that.
No.
And the SJHL Sunday afternoon sending out a statement saying because of the contents of this video, they and the Yorkton Terriers are severing ties from Greg Mulhall. And my phone blew up yesterday with hockey people saying, "What do you think about this?" I said, "Just unfortunate. I don't have much to say other than that. How do you think he feels? The goalie's still suffering from tooth loss and dozens of stitches." Just a horrible situation, and I wasn't going to mention it, but when I was leaving the Canadian Brew House last night after watching the Cowboys Saints, I walked by a table, and they all were crowded around their phone. They were watching the video. It was like 6 young people.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a thing now.
I know.
It's going around. It's just unfortunate.
TSN picked it up. It's been picked up everywhere. I saw that Bar Down had it, and it is unfortunate because, I mean, I talk about often, hate is good in sports. We don't have enough hate in sports. That's not hate in sports. That's over the line. That's disrespect.
You can still hate your opponent and go out and play within the rules.
But then to play outside the rules in a dirty play like that and then still be happy about it and excited about it and say, hey, I'm glad I did it and I'd probably do it again. It's so distasteful, and I'm proud of the SJHL for jumping on this really quickly and severing ties for the whole year and acting quickly. No review process, not we're going to talk about it. They just laid it down the law. So Bill Chow gets a pass for this, or a thumbs up.
Yep. We will talk about all these topics and more with Mike Abomeshrik after this break. Also coming up today, TSN's Dave Naylor, the Minister of Defense, Barron Simpson, and Bomber great Troy Westwood. Just getting rolling on this Monday morning on The Rod Pedersen Show, Canada's most watched Facebook Live show. And listen live at rodpedersen.com.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.